Hello, viewers. Today is Sunday, June 22nd, 2025. We are here to discuss about the third day's play between India and England on the first test match that has been played at Leeds. And we have with us Mr. Sukumar, like before. And yesterday we were just discussing about how this match was keenly poised at the end of the second day's play and what could potentially happen on the first session and subsequently on day three. And right now, England batted reasonably well and they were within 6 runs of the India's total. So they were almost there. And then replying back to that England score, India were at around 90 for 2 when slight drizzle stopped the play. So at this point of time, it looks like, again, just like yesterday, the match is again evenly poised. England batted reasonably well, as I said, but India bowled very badly. We'll go into details about how India bowled today. But first, Mr. S. N. Sukumar, we discussed about yesterday, or even before the match, we discussed about how the catching in the slips was very important. You were emphasizing that, and for India, and it looked as though that we didn't have enough good slip catching fielders, and that proved very costly because Brook was given a chance again in the slips, and we dropped a few catches today, and that led England to post a score very, very close, only 6 runs behind India's total. So just go ahead and share your thoughts on the day's three play, and then we will go into details as to exactly how India bowled or whatever.
As Suresh, as expected, we got a very wicket of the overhead centurion or Oli Pope. But that too, not a great delivery, but the President got it for some, got behind that. So with that early break, but we couldn't maintain any of the momentum of the early break. But still, we were giving runs, almost 4 runs per over. So that was we couldn't gain any momentum from our three bowlers as well, because they were playing very freely without even looking at the scoreboard. They were playing very freely. Harry Brook was a great beneficiary of two drop catches, one by punt of Jadeja. But that is a basic catch. He should have taken that because it gained some height, but he didn't jump. He was not coming up with the ball, with the climb of the ball. So that one, and even Jaiswal got dropped once. Then he was playing very freely. He was not worried about his scores or whatever it is. But at 99, he was a bit worried, and he just played just a tap shot to deep square leg. So that was the wicket, fifth wicket we got it. And thereafter, there were two partnerships. But there are, when the second session also, we did not alter our length. Even when Bumrah was bowling, there is slight chance of somebody bowling side getting a wicket. But thereafter, whomsoever bowled, they were leaking runs. They were giving a lot of width, that is width for the batter to swing their arms. So that way, there were two big partnerships for the sixth and the seventh wicket of 73 runs and 53 runs between Brook, then Carson, and then even for sixth wicket from Brook and there is Oaks. So
Brook
these two
and
partnerships,
Brook and
these Oaks,
Smith, Jamie Smith, Brook and Jamie Smith, and then Jamie Smith,
Brook
Brook
and Jamie Smith, and then
and
Brook
Brook
and
and Chris Oakes. Chris Oakes.
yeah, Chris Oaks.
So
So
yeah,
these two
so
partnerships,
yeah,
these two
go ahead.
partnerships are very crucial in there is England coming to our total nearer to us. There is both of them added. That is two partnerships about 120 runs they added. That was very crucial. But in the very short time they added. That is why we couldn't. That is bowlers could not get any momentum bowling even dot balls at some stretches of the innings. So these things bit frustrating for the Indian onlookers. But this is a fact that. But we got a slaughter lead, but doesn't matter. Now it is very matches very wide open in the sense. Even the third innings we should do well. The minimum we should get 300 runs. So that we will be able to have a grip on the this test match. But Englishmen were hoping that they could chase around 350. But given the conditions, now even in the third evening there was some drizzle. So if there's going to be some breezy wind and then some late drizzle and all, I don't think it will be very easy for them to score 350. About 90 overs or 95 overs, whatever. So with this, I think it is evenly poised and slightly in favor of slightly very odd wicket. We will favor of England. England in the sense hoping that they were in a very high confidence of chasing runs. That is what my first impression.
Yeah, so first let's go into the bowling. So in my view, Prasidh Krishna, he had got great potential, but I don't know what the bowling coaches were doing. He was bowling so short. His his length was absolutely bullshit. I mean, it was like ridiculous that he was bowling too short. Even though he got a wicket. See, he got a wicket off the centurion Ollie Pope. It was a bad delivery. It's an unforced error from Ollie Pope. And then he got the wicket of Jamie Smith, and that also it's a short ball. He got away with it, I would say, actually. And so again, that was not a great delivery. He might have gotten 3 wickets, but all these 3 wickets, in my view, are just unforced errors from the batsman as opposed to being a good delivery. Prasidh Krishna has got a good ability to take wickets by hitting the deck at the right length, but he did not hit the right length throughout this match. And I don't know what the bowling coaches were doing. He was way too short and he is very expensive. If you look at his figures, you will know. And I think this does not augur well for India, because in the next test match, I don't think that they would prefer Prasidh Krishna if he's going to leak runs like this. He's a good bowler, he has got great potential, but I don't think he bowled well at all. Shardul Thakur did not bowl well at all. Even Bumrah, in my view, on day 3 did not bowl all that well. He got 5 wickets at the end, but when it really mattered in the first session, Bumrah didn't bowl all that well. So yes, he was the best bowler in the match so far from either teams, but still, he didn't bowl that well. So I just want you to share your thoughts on the Indian bowling.
Indian bowling, as you said, actually was spearheaded by Bumrah in very, very short spells of, you would have bowled about 7 spells, I believe. But in the short spells, he was able to have some control over the batters whenever he is at the bowling crease. But the others did not follow his suit, and they were spraying on either side of the wicket. And even the field settings, you could very well testify that moment, there is Bumrah is not bowling, everybody got spread. Even you have 5 fielders on a boundary line when one medium person was bowling with just 1 or 2 slips to have a show. But they were getting singles behind point, and then to short mid wicket, even to mid on, they were getting singles very frequently. That doesn't augur well for good test bowlers. Test bowlers are supposed to be bowling one line, even one side. First of all, one side, one line, and they used to be consistently bowling on one particular spot so that he can make the batter thing in whatever condition it may be. But that was not the discipline maintained by the second string of bowlers. And then that proved very costly. And then even the drop, aided by the tap catches. We dropped about 3 catches. Three catches. Had it been taken, you would have definitely had it 100 runs lead to the first innings. But that is not so. So hope they will bowl much better length and in the fourth innings. But here I would like to say, I don't think the Englishmen will chase 350 at all very comfortably, because they have a good record.
We will come to
chasing
that. We will come
England.
to that chase later. We'll come to that chase later. My question is, what is the point in hitting the ball halfway on the pitch on an English wicket with around 137, 135, 137? What is the point? How are you going to get wickets? Yes, you got 3 wickets. I mean, I'm talking about Prasidh Krishna here. What is the point in hitting the deck too short in the middle of the wicket, and then it gives ample time for people to, go back and pull or cut. And I don't know what is the thinking behind the Indian. What is the thinking behind the Indian bowling coaches or the Indian bowling strategy? And if they continue like this, I think they are going to be in deep trouble in the subsequent test. I think they need to bowl a little bit fuller, and they should bowl on the off stump line, like you said. Whether you are bowling in or out, you bowl on the off stump line. So then you at least make the batsman think, whether it's coming in or going out from the off stump. Then that's the line you should bowl. That's the best line you can bowl in England.
What you say is absolutely right, but the conditions, I think it is not favorable for bowling up, because when we bowl up, you cannot bowl very close to the bat. Anybody will drive you. So there must be
No, I
1
understand.
yard.
You don't have to bowl off volley, but I think there is no point in hitting the deck in the middle of the wicket. I mean, it's like it's waiting to be hit.
Suresh, as you said, when the new ball was taken, they were banging the ball short, hoping that they will miss. One shot will go up in the air and you can have it. But because of the nature of the wicket, because in England, when ball will only skid, I don't think it will gain bounce after hitting the wicket. That is what I understand. So with this, we were total failure on balls, short pitch delivery. So he's banging the ball right on the wicket and making them miss it. Though they got 2 wickets that way. Both were catches taken deep in the onside.
But
But
those were
cannot be repeated.
unforced errors. But if you're going to
Yeah,
keep bowling like this, they will be prepared. I mean, they will be prepared in the next game because they play aggressive cricket and they are going to just slam the ball. See, there is no point in having a figures of 2 for 120 or 3 for 140. What is the point? You already given 140 runs for 3 wickets.
yes.
I mean,
No,
Brook
that
scored
is
99 and the Jamie Smith scored 40 odd. I mean, you got him after 40 odd, but you're supposed to, break the partnership, early. He came in early this because Stokes got out again, to a ball moving away. That was the only good delivery from Siraj, from my view, the whole match. That was a very good delivery from Siraj that Stokes got out to.
Suresh, actually, England batsmen did not allow our bowlers to be bowling at length at all. That was definitely this is the first point I would like to impress. Because they were not, Indian bowlers were not allowed. Because moment something is consistent of, suppose if somebody bowls repeatedly outside the off stump, they were slashing. They were not fair of getting out. One thing. And then even when this aggressive style is adopted, the fielding and captain definitely play some protection for that aggressiveness. So in that way, field spreads, the momentum there is spreads, and there is no pressure. Pressure on the batter, more pressure on the bowler. So in that way, they have neutralized the bowling effects of the wickets or the speed or whatever, and then
The
they played
bottom
very
line
nicely. That is what I have to say.
The bottom line is the bowling coach and the fielding coach from the Indian side needs a lot of work to be done. They need to make sure that they beef up the slip cordon with the good slip fielders, give them enough practice, and then the bowling coaches, I don't know what they are doing. They need to go and impress upon Prasidh Krishna to bowl good line and good length. I mean, the thing is, even his line was okay, but the length was really bad. So I think he needs to improve if he has to take wickets consistently in England. But let's move on to the India second innings batting. We started rather poorly when Jaiswal got out immediately, but let's come to the debutant Sudarshan, Sai Sudarshan, a player from Tamil Nadu that you have seen, you have umpired games where he has played. You are the one who told me that he's a very stylish player. That was like 3.5 years ago. So we got to see some of it in the international level now in Test cricket. He was shaping up very well, and unfortunately he got out for 30 runs. But I hope that the Indian team management will stick with him for at least this series, not just drop him after 2-3 matches, because he looked pretty good, pretty solid in the second innings. Even though I still feel he needs to come at number 5 or number 6, but at number 3 coming in the second over, I think, or second over, I think, and he did pretty well. What do you think about Sai Sudarshan?
Suresh, as you said, he was shaping very well, but still his strength is actually has become the weakness in both the innings. Because I think he's keeping himself busy, but not seeing the bowler's intention and field placings and all. He has to learn that. That is why I understand. Because even in the second innings, even Rahul was cautioning him for each and every move. He has to just have some breather between balls. He just strike very very quickly, and then he's not following the bowler's intention, field placings. That he has to learn. That is why I understand. Because he was shaping very well, he was playing very well. The same strength. The previous ball he got a boundary flicking to square leg. Because it's a bit slower one, then straight away he just gave a simple catch to short mid wicket. That should not happen in Test cricket, but you will not get more chances. But I think the management will persist him for one more test, keeping him that is keeping to in place. There is one more debutant. We will wait and see. He does something special for us in the second innings.
He's not a debutant. He's coming back.
Yeah, one more
He's
newcomer.
not a
Sorry,
debutant. Yeah,
newcomer.
No, but the
Yeah.
thing is, well, let's go to Sai Sudarshan for a bit more, in the sense that we discussed about this coming in from Tamil Nadu. He needs to have a big score in the first 2-3 test matches. He will not get as many chances or other people might get. This is the reality. I'm not saying there is no regionalism or something like that I'm promoting here, but I have given enough examples before. I'll give you one more. Look at T. Srinivasan, how many chances he got. Look at Badani, you got W. V. Raman. So many people I can name, Sridhar and Sriram. There are so many people who didn't get enough chances. Srikanth was the only person, Krishnamacharya Srikanth was the only person that got a lot of chances. And Ravichandran Ashwin, because it was very difficult to drop Ravichandran Ashwin after his first 20 test matches. I think after the first 20 test matches, it was very difficult to drop Ravichandran Ashwin, especially under home conditions. Other than that, if you look at TN players, you got a lot of talent, but they didn't get enough chances. I missed Badrinath on this list today. Badrinath, on his debut, scored a 50. People don't remember that. Against South Africa in India, in his debut test match, he scored a 50 in the first innings of his test career. But
Second.
he was not persistent. I mean, they said that he was not good enough for international cricket. So coming in from Tamil Nadu, you need to score. Abhinav Mukund is another one. So it keeps coming to me now. So you need to really have a big score. So I hope Sai Sudarshan learns from this test match, goes back into the next test match and scores 100. He really needs 100 so that he can keep up his place for the entire series. So, but I do feel like he shaped up very well today against English swing bowling and fast bowling, and that augurs well for India's batting lineup as well. So now let's go to the chase that you're talking about. So right now we have finished 3 days of play. The fourth day's play is going to be again very critical. I still feel that the match is very evenly poised. India can still win this game if they score close to around 300, and England can still win this game if they restrict India to around 270. I think England can win the game too. So the game is still very evenly poised. But you go ahead and present your thoughts on what is in store for day four and what are the chances for each teams.
So the day four should be what there is well-wisher of Indian cricket. I think India should bat 2 sessions. There is close to 60 overs we should bat. If we could bat around 2 sessions, we will add around 200 runs. We may not be able to get 4 runs per run in fourth day wicket. So around 200 runs may add, and already we have 100 runs. So 300 plus R 320. It could be a good total for fourth innings to be played on a 4.5 fifth day wicket. I think that will be a good score. But we should also be aware of the bowling strength because England too will be having a different ideas, and they'll be attacking our batter very nicely. So if you could play 2 sessions, we have a great chance of winning the test match. That is why I understand, because very difficult to get runs as they please in fifth day wicket anywhere in the world. Fifth day wicket could be a very good dicey in the sense a lot of footmarks will be there around both on the off stump and the leg stump. So those things can be very well exploited by bowlers, and the ball also will keep low if it is going to be properly bowled within the line of the stumps by anybody, even for the England bowlers on the second session itself of the fourth day. In fifth day, it will be very ball will keep definitely low because of the baking it has got it from the first 3 days of sunlight. That is what I understand. 320 will be a very good score for India.
So let's say that India scores 320. Do you think England will chase or play for a draw?
They will definitely chase. Because they strongly believe that they can chase. They will chase whatever to total the fifth day. But I think they have done some lesser attacks. That is what I understand. But I don't think they can do it against the top sides like India, Australia, or South Africa for that matter. They might do in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh.
They are looking at 4 runs and over. So as their baseline. So they are saying that 80 overs in the last day, if we can score at 4 runs and over, up to 320 they will chase. If it is more than 320, they will play for a draw. That's what I think.
Suresh, actually in the fourth innings in any test match in any part of the world, it's not so easy as to get to the 4 runs and there is.
I know it's not easy. No, I know it's not easy, but that's what McCallum will push for. I know that's not easy, but I know that's not easy, but that's what McCallum will push for.
They might push for, but theoretically they might speak a lot of things. But white ball dynamics of scoring runs at will not hold good for any test match in the fourth innings. That is what I have been following for almost 50 years. Nobody has to even only plays in wickets with a lot of overs. We have also won 400 runs and are chasing 400 runs and twice or thrice we have won. But those things are all totally different. In the sense we were not going for runs. We were playing for partnerships and then getting runs.
No, but remember on tight test match we scored 4 runs and over. Remember that?
Yeah, That is
Madras
even
tight test match. We
done,
scored 4 runs an over on the fifth
done
day. On the
actually.
fifth day.
Then also we lost for the 30 for 1 hour only. We were going for shots. Prior to that, we have very good partnership between
No,
Gavaskar and
but
Amarnath.
no, I understand.
Amarnath.
But but the thing is, the ball was turning that day. The ball was turning that day. They didn't have enough spinners.
See, those days we build a partnership and thereafter go for win. Now that they are going for win right for the first ball. Then they will take a lot of chances. No, if you could get 3 or 4 wickets, lose two wickets at a crucial juncture, then there is no end. They will
Yeah.
definitely be in a descending path. That is what
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But what I'm saying is, McCullum, based on his thought process, the matches should not end in draw. Always go for a win. He will go for the victory if it is 320 on the last day. But I think even now the match is very evenly poised. Just like at the end of the day two, day three also has come up with a similar result. It's very evenly poised, interestingly evenly poised, and either one of these teams can win. We are just analyzing cricket as cricket. We are not looking at it from any biased view. I think it's anybody's game right now. It depends on how India bats in the second innings, and then we'll see whether the English team management will go for the victory or play for the draw. So thank you very much, Mr. S. N. Sukumar. That's it for us for today. We will come back to you guys with another program tomorrow. Till then, take care.